You know, we hear the words weather and climate all the time, and a lot of us use them pretty much interchangeably. But are they really the same thing? Nope. And we're going to clear up that super common confusion right now.
Okay, so to get started, let's look at a sentence. I guarantee you've heard someone say this, or hey, maybe you've even said it yourself. It sounds totally fine, but scientifically, there's a little problem with it.
And look, we totally get what this person is trying to say. It's cold. But technically, this sentence is wrong. And by the end of this quick explainer, you're going to know exactly why.
All right, first up, weather. This is the one we're all really familiar with, right? It's what we check on our phones before we decide what to wear in the morning.
The key phrase to lock onto here is a short period of time. Weather is all about the immediate stuff, what's happening in the atmosphere right here, right now, or maybe later this afternoon. So what does conditions of the atmosphere even mean? Well, it's all the things you see in a daily forecast. We're talking temperature, whether it's going to rain or snow, how windy it is, if it's cloudy, and that good old humidity. These are the building blocks of weather. And as we've all experienced, weather can be, well, all over the place. You can wake up to a beautiful sunny morning and then boom, a huge thunderstorm rolls in by the afternoon. That super fast change, hour by hour, day by day, that is the absolute hallmark of weather. So, if weather is that quick snapshot you take on your phone, climate is more like the long exposure photograph. It's all about stepping way back to see the big picture. And there it is, the big difference. Climate isn't about what happened today. It's the average of the weather in a specific place, tallied up over a really long time. It's the overall pattern, not just one single day. So, how long is long? Well, when scientists talk about climate, they're typically looking at data from 30 years or more. They need decades of information to see what the consistent, reliable patterns are for a region. Think about it this way. When we say a place has a desert climate, we know what to expect, right? Hot and dry. And that's not because of one scorcher of a day, but because it's been hot and dry there for decade after decade. Same deal for a tropical climate. We know that means it's generally going to be warm and rainy. That definition comes from years and years of weather data, all pointing to the same conclusion. And of course, a polar climate, well, it's defined by being cold pretty much all year round. These are all huge, stable patterns that you can only see when you look at the data over decades. And this is just so important to get. Let's say, somehow, it snowed in the Sahara Desert tomorrow. That would be a totally bizarre, fascinating weather event, but it wouldn't change the Sahara's climate. One single weird day can't just erase a 30-year average. Okay, so we've got the definitions down. Now let's put them side by side to make the difference crystal clear. When you boil it all down, it's pretty simple. Weather is short-term, it's what's happening now, and it changes all the time. Climate is long-term. It's the average of all that weather over decades. It's the daily news report versus the history book. Here is an absolutely brilliant way to think about it. Weather is the outfit you pick out today. Maybe it's a t-shirt and shorts. Climate is your entire wardrobe. You own a bunch of shorts because you live somewhere that's warm most of the year. Honestly, if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, make it this. It's so simple and so perfect. Weather is what you get, climate is what you expect. A surprise hailstorm in July is what you get. A hot summer is what you expect. So who cares, right? Is this just about getting some vocabulary right? No, not at all. Understanding this difference is actually fundamental to understanding how our entire planet works. See, by being able to separate the day-to-day noise of weather from the deep, underlying signal of climate, scientists can actually study these massive long-term patterns, get better at predicting seasonal changes, and just get a much deeper understanding of how all of Earth's systems are connected. And for you and me, it's just as crucial. It stops us from making a really common mistake, looking at a single unusual weather event, like a cold snap in June, and trying to make a big conclusion about a long-term trend. It gives us all some much-needed perspective. So let's wrap it up with a key takeaway. Weather is the here and now, and man, it can change fast. Climate is the long story, the big picture, told over many, many years. So the next time you see something totally unexpected, a crazy heat wave in October, or a surprise snowstorm in April, you'll know how to think about it. Is it just a weird weather event? Or is it a sign of something bigger? Now you've got the tools to tell the difference.